The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Check, go.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson.
Let's go.
Second down and 3.
19, 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Here we go, set. Check. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Ready?
Back to throw. Jacobson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Juwan Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on third and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on third and goal. Because really, second down, second and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. Third down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. and on the opening drive of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7. Ready?
Now they'll audible to something else. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll go again with ETN. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
70 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hut, hut.
McCarthy off the play fake. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
60 Bison. 60. Take go.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling.
And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Bronco 80.
Going right back to Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Go!
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warrior 70. Go.
Now McCarthy. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Bronco. Hut.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Jacobson flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
2nd and 5. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
18, Pioneer. Here we go, set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hurt. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hurt.
Back to throw now on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, to get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go.
Back to throw. Jacobson. Out to the right here to Wilson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jacobson throwing quickly to Wilson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hut.
On fourth down, Jacobson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Come on. Set. Warrior 70. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Curve 19. Curve 19. 79 Bronco. Trap 60. Trap 60. Set go.
They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Mooney.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
60 Bison.
Now a 1st and 10
Lion.
at the 11.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Hut.
Back to throw. Jacobson. And a dump off here to Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Panther 11. Panther 11. Shut up. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jacobson rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Ready. Mustang 19. Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Jacobson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go!
Throwing is McCarthy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Cup 19. 79 Broncos. Chop 60. Chop 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, ready. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check out.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ready, ready,
back to throw. McCarthy, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Come on, set, ready.
On play action, now McCarthy. He'll let this go for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
Let's go now.
oftentimes interceptions result.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bob. Ready.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Hustle, hustle. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check out.
That one completes him again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Okay, ready.
2nd down and a little more than a yard
Tiger,
here.
19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 8 set, hut.
A give running right, ETN. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game.
and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Set. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. This one deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Go! Ready?
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
19 Lion. Hut, hut.
From the gun on third down, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Ready, set. Cowboy 80. Set. Ready.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short
18
game.
Rattler, 18 Rattler, 18 Pioneer. Set, go.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're...
Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Dragon Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Set up. Buffalo 18. They smash. 19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Set up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 5.
Set. Ready.
Again, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Set go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
18, Rattler, 18.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 7.
18, Pioneer. Set. Hut.
Operating from the gun. Jacobson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Liking 18. Go. Street. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready. 60.
Back to throw. Jacobson, flush to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, set. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Now ETN to start the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Big alert, big alert. Ready.
Another tote for ETN. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a first and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Alert. Rig it. Check go.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Okay,
from Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
Ready.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, McCarthy escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long. Here's McCarthy. Got a man, that's Leggett. Fighting through, and he's got space. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on fourth and inches.
19 Tiger. Come 19. Come 19. 79 Bronco. And up.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Got it. Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
18
And they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
70 Lions. Let's go now.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Shut up. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Chap. Check. Hut.
Back to throw. Jacobson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Panther 11.
Operating from the gun. Jacobson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's 1st and goal.
60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Set. 7 Pirates.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
Set. Riggs. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60. 70 Ranger. Hut.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Down. Ready.
Back to throw. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Ready. Get up.
They'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
70, Warrior 70, Curve 19, Curve 19, go!
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go.
Bronco.
It's 4th down.
Cougar 19. Chap 60, chap 60. Set, hurt. Lion. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut, hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Come on, set. Hurt, hurt. Check go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.